And let's see if it's all working. I got my coffee. Yes, it is. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm John Miglosh for the WDMA. We're going to be talking about end of the year strategies for saving money in mail today. I think it'll be pretty good. But first, let's have some fun. And here we go. This is a long Amazon commercial about a little girl with a snow globe. And she really loves that snow globe. And so she takes it wherever she goes. And her dad notices that. This aired in the UK pre-Cyber Monday. So there she is, and she's got her snow globe with her. And we're going to skip ahead to her dad's doing something. He's up to something. Okay. And he goes on Amazon and buys a shredder and borrows a Christmas tree from his neighbor just for a while. I didn't get what was going on here when I watched it the first time. And he puts together stuff, and he takes old newspapers and he gets the shredder, and then he shows her on Christmas. He makes this greenhouse. And it's a life-size snow globe, which is kind of a tearjerker. Pretty cool, huh? Anyway, there you go. So I think that was a lot of fun. We'll turn that off and we'll get to the real news. Let's see if I've got it queued up properly. Okay. No, I don't. I don't think so. But we'll get there. We'll get there. Yeah, we'll get there. We're closing some stuff up. Okay, so online cyber U.S. sales totaled $12.2 billion on Cyber Monday, which is about what Black Friday was about, and $68 billion for the weekend, according to Salesforce. Now, remember that Salesforce gave a much higher estimate by about 6 or 7 billion compared to Adobe. And Salesforce, at the very end of the article, delineates their online estimates, says that they cover 24 of the top 30 U.S. online retailers, which is quite a bit of a gap there, right? It's a pretty big gap. 25% or something is missing, or 20%, I suppose. Depends on whether you calculate it a 25% markup or a 24% gap. Anyway, so checking my coffee in case it's off kilter there. Online sales reached 280 billion globally, which is 2% year over year. Pretty good. 68 billion in the U.S., which is 9% year over year. And just Cyber Monday, which we just had, was about an 8% increase. Hey, great. The average discount was 30%, which is quite high in the U.S., a 7% increase over the prior year. And they found a very great correlation between discounts and and sales. That's what it's about. That's Black Monday. Anyway, one good piece of news was the rate of cart abandonment dropped 5% globally. I think people are serious on Cyber Monday. One of the features of mail that I keep pounding on is that people have to make a decision with mail. When you get a piece of mail, and I talked about this yesterday. If you didn't see that episode, you really should go back. But I got a card from Ryan Reynolds yesterday with a fake tattoo inside that you can put on your arm. No regrets, spelled wrong. I understand that happens when you get tattoos. But anyway, so you have to make a decision. But I think on Cyber Monday, people are making decisions. There's a time element, they better get it done, and they know to get it done. So Now we're going to talk a little bit about sustainability in mail. After is a company that uh, does extended warranty and that kind of thing. They can set that up for you if you're a manufacturer and you want to offer that. They can not only do the bookkeeping of the whole thing, but they can also um, mail a confirmation. They can mail other features out to your customers. They do. They just recently uh, purchased Accent Marketing, and excuse me, and that gave them a letter shop capability. So now they can handle the mailings themselves instead of outsourcing them. They are big on address and multiple mailing address and enhancement databases, validation techniques to maximize mail delivery, predictive modeling, which not only tells you who are most likely to respond, but also who are least likely to respond, which is really the way it works, no matter what anybody tells you. And extended warranty programs, as I said, they do the bookkeeping. But they're also working on their paper sourcing. They're using paper from sustainable forests, made from sustainable forests, which, forests grow, right? They grow. So trees are sort of inherently sustainable, but these forests plant more trees than they harvest. Okay, so they're growing their tree crop, okay, expanding their tree crop, and hopefully they also do things like biodiversity. That's one of the problems in large monocrop forests, but they're working on that too. Paper recycling, they're using post-consumer but also pre-consumer waste. They have a forest stewardship guidelines. And all this goes to say that paper is one of the more sustainable products that mankind ever came up with. And people lose sight of that. They lose sight of the fact that paper can be almost 100% recycled. It's not like the plastic scam. If you look at a piece of plastic, a plastic bottle, I don't know if I have a plastic bottle around here someplace. Here's a plastic bottle. It has a little triangle on there, and this triangle has a 5. And you think, well, if it's got a triangle, it's recyclable. But a 5 may not be, or it may not be as easy as a 3. Most of those numbers are not really recyclable. That's probably one. And so it's kind of a scam, and it's not easy to sort them out. So it's not easy to do stuff with it. And people, as long as it has a triangle on it, they were very successful in making those triangles. As long as it has a triangle, people think it's recyclable. Au contraire. Anyway, let's get over to the last one here. Make these 3 marketing moves to end 2022 stronger than ever. And I've been talking with a retailer in Chicago about their mailing project that they thought they had 10,000 names or something. We went into their archives in their computer and they had like 120,000. And not all are related to the product that they want to promote with mail, but the point is that they have an untapped gold mine of basically old customers that they could remind that of the stuff they did with them to some extent. They don't have the transactions all the way back, but they're also in the neighborhood. Even if that person isn't there, that address is in the neighborhood. We can sort out the neighborhood, and we can figure out, and we can, remind them and make offers and that sort of thing. And we don't have to pay a list rental cost. So they were saying, well, we don't know if we want to make a long-term commitment. But Joy basically makes this campaign 3 things to do to end 2022 and make it strong into 2023. The first is, think about it. If you have made money, you can take some of that money and spend it on prepay your marketing costs to reduce your tax liability, right? Now, don't go take out a loan to reduce your tax. To do this. Consult with your accountant on this, or give me a call even. I can probably walk you through it. You may be tempted to hold on to your profits, but doing so just puts more money into the hands of the IRS. Okay? Excellent advice. I've done that in the past on a good year. I prepaid some dental work and other stuff. I called my my dentist and said, "Could you do this if I pay you right now? Could you, And it worked out really well because it was in COVID, and they weren't doing a lot of work, but they did me. So purchase year long. It's a perfect time to purchase full year-long marketing campaigns, which you can unlock huge bulk buying discounts. Another way to benefit. Okay, so you save money on your taxes, and you can. And Joy has a pricing illustration down here. You can also work on your, prepay your business website. It's never quite finished. There's always something that can be tweaked or tested, right? Absolutely. Okay. Find a reputable website design company. Buying print advertising in bulk. Okay. If you order and mail 2,500 postcards 20 separate times, purchasing each print run separately, you'll spend 62% more on production costs than if you bought 50,000 cards at once and mailed them whenever you needed. Okay. Now, full disclosure, that's her pricing at Postcard Mania. Also, full disclosure, if you're paying 70 cents in the mail, that's 62% is of the printing of the postcards and maybe the paper. So it isn't really a 62% savings on the whole thing. You might be saving a dime or maybe 15 or 20 cents. I like those I wish she would do it that way because it would be more real to me. Anyway, I always like thinking in terms of cost per piece. And I'm not recommending postcards. Their cost per square inch, the amount you pay per what you can say, is way high. You can put a lot more in a number 10 envelope, and you can put way, 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 way more for the cost. Even though you pay more for postage, you pay more for paper, pay more for printing, all of that. But you can the cost per square inch of usable space for a catalog is just so low in comparison to something like a postcard. But anyway, she said, I've seen a neighborhood dentist, which made me think of my example, order 500,000 postcards at once and then spread them out. Okay, excellent idea. Bulk buying also reinforces the most important marketing principle I've learned, consistency. And another guy you should think about is Andrew Ettinger, who also does the same kind of postcards. He's a member of the WDMA, so if you're thinking about doing postcards, you might want to talk to Andrew, because he not only does that, but he has a lot of marketing insights that I think are brilliant, and also supports WDMA, our fight for mail. So one mailing may bring in some leads, but it will not move the needle on long growth term. And he also has some great examples of people that have just really grown their business, and also some examples of wasting money on digital. So I really like that. So you might want to enlist a marketing consultant, and you can prepay that. We're open to that over here. I'm president of the WDMA, but also have been a marketing consultant for the last 40 years and a little bit. So I have a lot of experiences, a lot of surprises that can help you avoid them, perhaps, or at least get some good ones. Ramp up gift card sales. Another excellent idea. An excellent idea that maybe there's still time to do, because you can even do online gift cards, but you might want to promote them on offline, right? This would be such a super excellent idea to promote to customers that haven't been around for a while. Okay, and she gets into a little bit of detail here that's a little complicated, but not only does it increase awareness and make an offer to the customer you're mailing to, but oftentimes they'll give it to a friend who isn't familiar with your brand and therefore can use it and become a customer. So it's a great customer acquisition strategy. It's a kind of a customer get another customer idea, and that's why you should consider an incentive for the gift cards, like buy two get one free or something. And she has a bunch of offers that she mentions. Also, 2/3 of gift card customers spend an extra 38% beyond the value of the gift card, right? I always do. You can't just tap it out exactly. You got to go. You think, whoa, this is free. Don't ever get a gift card to Costco. You'll go broke. We did that just a couple of weeks ago. Okay, buy 2 gift cards, get 1 free. Exactly what it was her idea. It must have been implanted in my head. Anyway, and there's a bunch of more. And also, if you've got customers with a buying club or other things, you can remind them to use their benefits before year end, like I did, kind of like what I did with my dentist. This is the problem with most examples. HVAC Sparrow Engineering personalized their postcard and generated it. It's 8,000 in revenue, which is an ROI of 894. But it never tells me how much it would have been without personalization. That's the question I want to know. I want to see an A/B split, personalized versus unpersonalized, and see if it's worth the trouble. And no one does that test, and I don't know why. Everybody thinks personalization is the end-all, be-all, but there's very little you can do besides putting a first name. I don't even count that. Anyway, in general, an excellent article by Joy. Have a great day. Joy to the world. Like and share. We had some great shares.